ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपां सागरजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादां सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी हरिनामी हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So we welcome you all for today's very special class. Just 2 weeks exactly from today. Today is Friday. Next Friday is Balram Jayanti. And the Friday after that is Janmasthmi. So exactly 2 weeks. So we thought we will discuss something on what should be our mood for Janmashtami. You know, every year we have Janmashtamis, every year we have so many festivals which keep coming. Festival come, we prepare for it, we have good feast, there is some pravachan, some celebration, we feel good, and it goes. And then some other festival comes, and then some other festival comes, and we grow old. But every festival which comes has a very, very unique meaning in itself. Our Vedic tradition is so rich. It was designed in such a way that I saw so many nags kept over there, right? It was Nag Panchami 3 days back, and in Nag Panchami we make patoris. Patori is made in that turmeric leaf, right? Because it's a rainy season, so many viral diseases come, and that's why we used to eat so much of patori, so that immune system is to get so strong. But nowadays our kids don't even know what it is. Right? So if you see our Vedic system, it was so perfect. It was so perfect that life was designed, no matter how much stress we have, no matter how many problems we have, it may be financial issues, physical issues, relationship issues. The whole thing was designed in such a way that some point of time it will make us peaceful so that we can practice devotional service. All the festivals. And one of the biggest festivals, not one of the biggest festival, is Janmashtami. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna takes so many different avatars. He comes as Narsingadev, he comes as Vaman Dev, he comes as Lord Ram, he comes as Parshuram. But he comes in his original form as Lord Krishna, the original form. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Brahmaji says, he takes different avatars, and there are different planets for different avatars. But in Golok Vrindavan, which is the topmost, he is in this form, the form of Krishna. Two-handed form where he plays a flute, and he has a lot of cows, and there is Radharani, and there is Gopis, there are Gopis and Gopas, and there is Yashoda Maya, and there is Nanda Maharaj. Everyone is there. And that form is going to it appeared, it's on Janmashtami. So Janmashtami is very, very important for us, right? So Krishna says, this is very important shloka from Bhagavad Gita, we will recite it. Krishna says in the 4th chapter, 9th shloka. So I'll recite the first line, you can kindly repeat after me. Janma karma cha me divyam Evam yo veti tatvatah tyakta deha punarjanma naiti mam iti so Arjuna. What it means is, one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but he attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. Now this is what Krishna tells Arjuna. What he says, Janma karma cha me. Me means me. Divyam. My birth and my activities are divyam. They are divine. And anyone who understands it, tatvatah, yevam yo veti tatvatah. If you understand the tattva, the science behind it, then our life is perfect. What is perfection of life? After this life, we don't take birth again. That is perfection of life. Someone's birthday is, we sing Hare Krishna to you and Hare Rama to you, and then we say, may you never take birth again. When in Iskcon we say that, may you never take birth again. Taking birth is a sign that we are sinners. This body is a sign that we are sinners. So our perfection will be, we don't take birth again. And that is how we have to live our life. And it's difficult. It is so difficult not to take birth again, to live that very, very high life, high standard of life. But Lord makes it easy. Time and again, He comes again and again. He comes Himself, He sends His teachers, He sends His scriptures and tells us. He somewhere gives a law, He somewhere gives a secret key. You open this door, you use this key, you open this door and you out. They say our Shastras, our Vedas, so many Puranas what we have, it's like a big jungle. But in that also He gives some secret keys. Verses like this are the secret keys. He tells us over here, you don't want to take birth again? Okay, this is the way. Know my what? Birth and activities. And what is so great about Krishna's activities? We know He appeared in Vrindavan, and then He appeared in Mathura, and then His father took Him to Vrindavan, and then He grew up over there. He killed Kamsa, and then He made Dwarka, and then He went to Hastinapur, and then He told the Gita, and then He left. Yeah, we know all that. But that is information. But if you know it tattvataha, the tattva behind it, the science behind it, then our life becomes perfect. And all our acharyas have written so many commentaries to give that tattva to us. They have given that tattva so that we practice it in our life. Otherwise, we all know stories. That's why we don't believe in all this. It's just a story. What is it relevant for me in my life? What I can practice? But it's not like that. Our acharyas has given us a step-by-step procedure how we practice Bhagavad Gita in our life, how we actually use it so that we can become more closer to Krishna. Right? So, the Lord comes in this world. Why He has to come in this world? He could have sent His messenger, or He could have sent His son, or He could have sent someone. Why He has to come Himself? Right? He come Himself so that we remember Him. Right? If the king comes himself, means, my God, something great. I have to see every act of it. When Michael Jackson came here in 94, people went crazy. Every move was telecasted, and that time we had only Doordarshan or whatever. Maybe some of you all will know. Very few channels were there. Right? Michael Jackson is a very, very highly famous person. And now the supreme person, Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayak, He is appearing. How much more special this event should be. And Lord comes again and again so that we remember Him. He says, right, in that shloka, you know my birth and my activity, tattvataha, you'll be liberated. But He doesn't stop there. He goes one step ahead and He enacts nice leelas, nice pastimes so that we remember Him. Right? If He would have just come, He would have called 100 people, all the sadhus were sitting, and He would have told, okay, this is Bhagavad Gita, I am telling all this, 700 shlokas, know me tattvataha, you will be liberated. Okay, I am going, bye. He did that? No. He gave Bhagavad Gita, He gave His teachings, but more than that, He enacted so many pastimes over here. By those leelas, by meditating on those leelas, we get attracted towards Him. And that is the beauty of our Vedic tradition. It is not a rule book. ये करना चाहिए, ये करना चाहिए, ये करना है. बच्चे भी they get tired by listening to parents, rule book. No, it doesn't work. But if you tell him a story, if you just sit with him and smile at him and look at him and talk to him, he get engaged. Right? That is what exactly Lord did. Lord is like a supreme father. He didn't give us a rule book. Ye rule, ye mat karo, ye karo. He came over here, he sat with us and he showed what it is. Right? So the first mood for preparing for Janmashtami that we should have is we should be remembering the Lord. Just like what Krishna tells in the shloka, Janma karma cha me divyam. Know my janma, know my karma, know my activities. We should be remembering. Krishna again says this same thing in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu ma manusmarana yuddhacha. We have to do our duties. We are all grahasthas. We have to do whatever duties we are given. But do our duties by remembering Krishna. That is the perfection of it. A lot of us have studied, maybe engineers or doctors, or we have done BCom or BA. Just imagine if I would tell you, from today I will put you in first year BCom or first year engineering or first year whichever subject you have learned. You will be tensed? No. You say, I'll be happy. Because that time I was very much worried. I was so much scared. नहीं? अभी तुझे मैंने बोला तुझे थर्ड ईयर फाइनल ईयर में फर्स्ट ईयर में डालूंगा तो बोले केक वॉक है. I'll enjoy my life. Right? So what happens, just imagine the same analogy, use it for our life. We are living our days and nights in so much of fear and anxiety. Fear of what will happen tomorrow, what will happen to me, what will happen to my health, what will happen to my children, what will happen to my bank balance. Oh, there's a problem over here. We are living in fear and anxiety. But if I take you 10 years back and put you in that life, with this consciousness what you have now, that life will be easy for you, 10 years back, because you've gone through it. But what happened in that 10 years life, what we go through it, but we go without remembering Krishna. And the time is wasted. The time is gone. And once the time goes, it doesn't come. So we have to make that practice, we have to learn from this. That no matter what, I am going through so much struggle, this struggle will go one day. There will be light tomorrow. The morning will come. It's night today, I'm okay. I know it's night. They say if you're going through hell, go. You'll get out of it. Keep going. Right? The point is, we should learn from our past. All the past problems are solved, right? Whatever it is, they might not be solved to the extent I want, but they got solved. That's why we are sitting over here. To whatever extent. But that time we didn't remember Krishna. And that time is gone. Again and again, Krishna is incarnating, Krishna is coming again and again just to tell us this one small fact, that whatever it is, remember me. Ma manusmarana yuddhacha. You do your duties. He didn't tell Arjuna, tu piche bat, you smoke a chillam over there and I will fight your war. You have to fight your war. But you remember me and fight. Right? So that is what we have to do. We all are sadhakas, we all are devotees. We have to practice. It doesn't come just like that. One lecture we hear, it will not happen. So Krishna says, if you remember me, you are with me. What else we want? So what else we want in life? What is life? Life is nothing but collection of memories, correct? Agree? We all are collecting memories. We are collecting good memories, bad memories. That's it. Wahi hai life. I earn money, I grow up my children, they get settled down, I get a good job, I did this, I achieved this, I became Prime Minister. What is all this? I became President. Anyone can become President now, right? What are all this? This are all memories. All these memories we are collecting, and that is what is making our next karmas. Our next karma, the next body what we are going to take is already ready by the activities and the memories what we have in our mind. Right? So life is nothing but collection of memories. It may be happy memories or sad memories. But Lord Krishna comes to give us divine memories. Beyond happiness and sadness is divine. And when we collect those divine memories, we don't get any more karma. That is tattvataha. When we perform bhakti, you say how it is like that, but that is how it is. When we perform bhakti, we will not get any karma. It's not good nor bad. It's divine. Right? It's transcendental. If you will be reading Srila Prabhupada's book, this word transcendental comes again and again. That is what it is. Practice in bhakti. What you all are doing now is a transcendental activity, sitting and hearing about Krishna. The kirtan which was going on, it was a transcendental activity. No good, no bad. It will neutralize everything else. Right? So, as I said, Krishna came here and did so many activities. So we have to contemplate on those activities. Just like a cow, she removes back what she ate and she keeps chewing it. That's what we have to practice by remembering the pastimes of the Lord. Lord did so many pastimes, and he did very contrasting pastimes. Contrasting means what? Ulta. ऐसा बोलेगा तो there are kids now, if you tell them to do this, they'll do exactly ulta only. So I was over here, I told them, some kids are there, they are on the stage. I said, don't get on the stage. They all came down. I went to the temple, I came down, everyone back on the stage. So they will do exactly ulta. So you have to, then you remember them. If they hear you, you will not remember. If they do something ulta, you will remember them. Right? That's what Krishna is. He did very contrasting pastimes. What is contrasting pastime? Something like this. When he was small, just 2 years old, this fruit vendor came to search who is Krishna. She heard there was a beautiful boy called Krishna and she wanted to meet and just see him, cutting the big story small. And she offered him grains, and he took grains. How much grains a 2-year-old boy can take? And when he was holding it, all the grains were falling down. And just looking at it, she was so much... this lady was so much in ecstasy that look at him, he's so beautiful. That lady never went back to Mathura. She stayed in Vrindavan only. We can discuss that story some other time. And that same boy who was taking grains in his hand and he was not able to hold those grains in his fist, he's lifting Govardhan. Isn't it contrasting? Are kaise yaar? Yashoda Maiya saying, oh, he's my Lala, he's my Nanda Lala. If I don't feed him milk, he'll fall sick. And the same boy is lifting Govardhan. And if you have seen that cartoon Little Krishna, I recommend you seeing it. I always tell you, when he was holding it, and when all the 7 days gets over, and then all the Gwalbals and all the other residents, they had put their stick, so that it will not fall down. That's their love. See, what do we want in life? We want love in life. और क्या चाहिए? रोटी कपड़ा मकान तो किसी को भी मिलेगा. We want loving memories. We want everyone around us to love us, and we want to love them. That's it. And that is what exactly is Vrindavan. Vrindavan is a place where everyone loves Krishna and Krishna reciprocates. Right? So he did contrasting pastime. He is not able to hold the grains, yet he is lifting Govardhan. When we sing Jai Radha Madhav, let's start this. When we sing Jai Radha Madhav, we sing what? Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. For whom he lifted Govardhan? For the Vrajavasis. So he wanted to protect them from Indra. So that same small boy, he lifted the whole Govardhan. So jab Varun Dev aaye and he told Indra, so he says, Indra Dev, wo ladke ne to pura Govardhan apne sar pe utha ke rakha hai. तो they were amazed. एक छोटे से गांव के लिए उसने पूरा गोवर्धन सर पे उठा लिया. That is the Lord. If there is some problem to the devotees, he is ready to lift the whole Govardhan on his head. Right? So that is contrasting pastime. He is known as Makanchor. He used to steal butter from everyone's houses in Vrindavan. But he is also Lakshmipati. Lakshmi is whom we are all running behind. Lakshmi is massaging his feet. इसे क्या कमी है कि ये यशोदा मैया से तुझे क्या कमी है? I am giving you the best of milk, the best of butter from Surabhi cows. Why you have to go and steal from someone's house? I am giving the best of things. Right? Contrasting pastime. Yet he is famous as Makanchor. Right? Abhi, if we say now, Mukesh Ambani or whoever the richest guy, and he comes over here and we are saying, oh, he's the richest guy in India and all that we do, and then we say, oh, बचपन में ना स्कूल में पेंसिल चुराता था. तो कैसे बुरा लगेगा ना? But we are calling him Makanchor, and he is taking pleasure in his devotees calling him Makanchor. That is the beauty of Lord, and that is what we exactly want. What we want. We don't want to be like a hard rock. Our heart should be soft. When our heart becomes soft like Makan, Krishna will come and steal it. Otherwise, no. Otherwise, this heart, if the heart becomes hard, it will go with us to the next body. This life is very, very rare. Human form of life is very, very rare. We don't get human form of life so easily. We take it for granted. We take our health for granted. We take our sadhana for granted. We take our relationship with others for granted. It's very, very rare to get human form of life. Bahunam janmanam ante. And after human form of life, to become little bit interested in Krishna, that is even rarest thing. All other things will get. सब मिल जाएगा बाकी सब. ये मिलना बहुत डिफिकल्ट है. हरि भक्ति मिलना वेरी वेरी रेयर. सो वी शुड नॉट लेट इट गो. बाकी सब करते रहना है. पूरा गृहस्थी चलाते रहना है. बी द बेस्ट गृहस्थास. बी द टॉप मोस्ट. बट कृष्ण भक्ति हैज़ टू गो पैरेलली. अदरवाइज इट्स अ बिग लॉस. बहुत बड़ा लॉस है. राइट? या. I just want you to recite this shloka. This is very nice. Okay, this is from the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 2nd chapter, 23rd verse. I'll say the first line. Please repeat the second line after that. Aho bakiyam stanakalakutam stanakalakutam jikyamsa apiyat api asadhavi जिज्ञासा अपियत् अपि असाधवी लेबे गतिं धात्रिमुचितं ततोऽन्यां गतिं धात्रिमुचितं ततोऽन्यां कं वा दयालु शरणं व्रजेम कं वा दयालु शरणं व्रजेम. This glorification of Krishna, anyone know which story it is? Anyone can guess which story is narrated over here? It's about Putna. It says, how shall I take shelter of anyone more merciful than he who granted the position of mother to a she-demon Putna, although she was unfaithful and she was prepared deadly poison to be sucked from her breast. Right? You know the story, right? Putna, she came, Kamsa sent, मार दो उसको, मेरा काल है, he is going to kill me, so you go and kill him. So Putna speared very, very deadly poison, which is equivalent, which is enough to kill thousands of children. She speared poison on her breast and she took a very beautiful form and she came to Vrindavan. And Mother Yashoda thought, she is some heavenly lady, she has come from Swargaloka to bless my son. Everyone is coming nowadays, so she also must have come. So she gives Krishna, and Krishna sucks, and Krishna knows everything. So Krishna sucks her milk and he sucks the very life out of her. And when she leaves, there's a big story, we can speak 1 hour only on Putna's Leela. Krishna actually closes his eyes and then he nicely kills her. Right? And later, what happens? She is given the position of mother of Krishna by Krishna himself. Isn't it very contrasting? Someone who comes to kill you, mother is the most respectable, correct? Everyone agree? Even more than wife? Right? Yeah. Mother is most respectable for all of us. And Krishna gave that position to the person who come to kill him. That's what it is saying. Before the line, Kamva Dayalu Sharanam Vrajema. Who can be more Dayalu than this personality? He says, Labe Gatim Dhatri. She is given the position of Dhatri in the spiritual world. Who can be more Dayalu? Or kon? At least we are not going and standing in front of Krishna and telling, "Na Krishna, I'm going to kill you. Give me this. Give me a car. Otherwise I'll kill you." At least we are not saying that. She came, forget saying, she actually came to kill Krishna. She acted to kill Krishna, and Krishna gave her the position of Dhatri. And why it was? It is said in the previous life, Putna was sister of Bali Maharaj. You know Bali Maharaj? He was doing the yajna to get the heavens, and then Lord Krishna comes in the form of Vaman Dev, small drop, to take everything from Bali. And in that yajna, when Vaman Dev came, Putna was also there. Of course, that time she was the sister of Bali Maharaj. And looking at Vaman Dev, she got so attracted to him. You know, when children, the small children, when they're very small, 2 years, 3 years, they're very attractive, right? And just imagine when the Supreme Lord, he comes in the form of a small child, how attractive he will be. So this sister of Bali Maharaj, she got very attracted to Krishna, this boy. She said, wow, gosh, only if he was my son, and only if I get a chance to feed him my milk. She got that desire. And Krishna is Paramatma. He hears everyone's desires. He heard and he noted. Okay, fine. I'll come here for doing something else. I'll see you later. Okay. So he does, and he tricks Bali Maharaj, and he takes everything. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, everything covered. 3rd step on the head, he is tied up. So when his sister saw that the same dwarf, this boy is tying my brother and taking him down, she got very angry and she said, if I get a chance to kill you, I'll kill you. And Krishna noted that also. And that's how Putna. Right? That's how Putna. So when Lord left this world, a lot of us had gone to Dwarka. That place is still there. When Lord was meditating and he shot the arrow and hit the toe यहाँ पे जिसको कुछ होता नहीं है मारने से. But Krishna wanted some way to go out. ना अभी हो गया था, सब खत्म हो गया था. So that time Krishna called his mother when that arrow was hit. And that time 3 mothers ran. One was Yashoda, one was Devaki, and 3rd was Putna. Right? That is the Supreme Lord. It's not an ordinary thing. This bhakti process, what we have got now, it's not an ordinary thing. It is just not something which will reduce your stress. वो तो stress तो ऐसा ही किधर नाचेंगे तो हो जाएगा कम. Why beyond this? But this is something beyond. This is something beyond. Right? That's why we have to be very careful when you go in front of the Lord. Don't desire anything. He keeps noting. And somewhere He'll try to fulfill it. That's why we should be more and more in the association of devotees to get the right desire. Otherwise we take wrong association, we get all those bad desires, and when we come in front of Krishna also, what we do, after some time those desires come and Krishna notes it. Right? It's very, very important. That's why having the right association is very, very much important in bhakti. So that is Krishna's contrasting pastimes. And because of this contrasting pastimes, we remember Krishna. Alright? So this shloka you will relate more to. So how we remember, the first mood, what I said of remembering Krishna. When I say we have to remember Krishna, how we remember Krishna more? By knowing about Him, by reading about Him, by hearing about Him. Right? If this pastime we wouldn't have read in Bhagavatam, we probably wouldn't have got that much attracted to Krishna. This is just one pastime. There are millions and millions and millions of pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Millions of pastimes. Ananta Shesh doesn't stop narrating the pastimes of the Lord, glorifying the Lord. So many pastimes of Lord is there. Right? So we have to hear, we have to read. When we read more, we get attracted towards Krishna more. Right? So some devotees have today, they have started sending Krishna book. It is recommended to read Krishna book just before Janmasthmi. So we have exactly 15 days. So they have started sending an audio clip of Krishna book, maybe some 4-5 pages, which you can just hear. If you are not getting time to read, at least you can hear about Krishna. Right? So the second mood, so first mood is what we have to develop in this 15 days for welcoming the Lord is to remember Krishna. Second is to create the mood of sacrificing, doing some sacrifice to serve the Lord. See, this element of sacrifice, it's very, very important. We feel, why in the spiritual circle they always talk about sacrifice. Sacrifice is not only spiritual circle, any circle in life you have to do sacrifice only. Office also we have to do sacrifice, na? We come home what time? 9 o'clock. What is the punching time? 5 o'clock. 4 hours, sacrifice. Then boss says, wow, very good. Right? Sacrifice. At home, sacrifice. We go outside, everywhere sacrifice is there only, Baba. You cannot go away from it. If it is there everywhere, why not to sacrifice for the Supreme Lord? Why to compromise with something which is... Why to compromise for something which is a small boss or a small company which is there for some time? Why not to do sacrifice for an eternal cause? Eternal. It's eternal. Putna wished so many lifetime back during Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj was there in Satya Yuga. Krishna noted and gave here in Dwapar Yuga. It's eternal. This process is not only for this life. This life, it's eternal, eternity. It's not a simple thing, right? So we have to create that mood of sacrifice, because Krishna just doesn't appear. Krishna wanted to come, he would have just come ना. ऐसे उठ के आ जाते थे, चलो मैं हूँ भगवान, आ जाओ बाबा सब लोग, you all are sinners, I am going to purify you. ऐसा नहीं किया, बहुत कठिनाई से आए भगवान. Lot of sacrifice of Devaki. She just got married, and her beloved brother was taking her on a big chariot. So much of pomp and joy everywhere, full of happiness. And then the Akashvani happens. 8th child will kill you, Baba. You don't know what you're doing. Immediately he takes her hair and gets a sword. What will be the state of Devaki? Just now she was at the peak of happiness, and now she is the bottom of sorrow and fear. Then Vasudev comes and pacifies him and says, don't worry, I am there. I am Vasudev. My words are very sure. I'll give you all the children. Don't worry. Sacrifice. They are put in prison. Every child is killed. 6 children killed mercilessly in front. Still they had children, because they knew Akashvani has happened. The 8th child is going to be divine. And this is our seva. It's a service. They sacrificed. The 7th child comes, and Devaki is able to see all demigods only in the world. She knows something divine is in my stomach. And that is Balramji. It's a miscarriage. He's transferred to Rohini. And then Kamsa feels, that's it, aur kuch nahi hone wala. But then the 8th child comes. And the 8th child comes, and he shows his beautiful 4-handed form. Right? And then Devaki and Vasudeva says, no Lord, please don't show a 4-handed form, show me the form of the normal child. And then he shows the Bal Gopal form. Just imagine how beautiful the child will be. Because the Supreme Lord, not the child, the Supreme Lord, is coming in the form of a child. All the sorrows of Devaki and Vasudeva just vanished. We have no guilt at all that we have to go through so much of pain. Just by looking at you, all that pain is gone. Again, from depth of distress, they've gone to the peak of happiness. And then what Krishna says? That's it. It was only for 2 minutes. Now you have to take me. And says, we waited for you. For 7 children were killed. 6 were killed. 1 was a miscarriage, and we waited for you. And now you're saying you have to be taken. Says, I have higher things to do. I'll come back. Please take me. Again, sacrifice. Right? This element of sacrifice, Lord just doesn't come like that, We don't get things just like that. We have to go through a lot of sacrifice. No matter we are doing a big business or a small business, we have to do so much sacrifice, so much of hard work. ऐसे ही नहीं बनता है, ऐसे ही नहीं होता है कुछ, बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ती है. Right? So much sacrifice they did. And then he took Krishna. Yamuna parted, and then there was Anantashesh. And then after 12 years he comes and releases them. So much of sacrifice by Devaki and Vasudeva. And only after that Krishna appeared. Krishna doesn't appear just like that. चलो we have to go for Janmasthmi, रविंद्र भवन में चलते हैं, कुछ तो रहेगा उनका, बैठते हैं वहाँ पे. वो क्या, वो तो फिजिकल हो गया, बाद में चले जाओगे आप लोग. Krishna has to appear in our heart. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to say, we have to be a sold out servant of the Lord, then he will appear in our heart. When our heart will become soft, then Krishna will come and steal that makhan. Otherwise he'll never come to our house. Right? What's about the sacrifice of Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj? At least Devaki and Vasudeva, they saw Lord only for some time. But Vasudeva and Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maiya, they raised the Lord for 12 long years. All the pastimes, what we are seeing and what we are hearing and what we are feeling very nice about, were all done in Vrindavan and Gokul. Everything. From killing all the demons, from lifting the Govardhan, from seeing the entire universe in his mouth, and going behind the cows and all the stealing of butter, everything was done in front of them. And after that 12 years he left. And he never came back again to Vrindavan. Never, not even once. And they waited and waited and waited and waited that he will come. He never came. Sacrifice. It's very easy. They say, na, Shivaji has to be taking birth again and again, but not in my house, neighbor's house. Shivaji means a lot of problems. Na? Who will take care of problems? I want to only enjoy. Right? So they say, na, if you don't die, you cannot see the heavens. It's like that. Right? So much of sacrifice, so many devotees did, and then Akrura takes him. Sacrifice of so many devotees sacrifice. That's why we are able to sit over here and hear Hari Katha. Otherwise, where would have sat over here and heard Hari Katha? We would have not. If there was not sacrifice of so many devotees. Srila Prabhupada, one of them. He was very comfortable. This is what he had. All the responsibilities in life done. He took retirement. He went to Radha Damodar in Vrindavan. Sitting over there, looking at Damodar's Vigraha over there. और क्या चाहिए जिंदगी में? वहाँ पे बैठो, उनकी खिड़की खोले तो दामोदर का दर्शन. And some of you all who have gone to Radha Damodar, you must be seen how beautiful he is. He just, his eyes are big, and there's a murli like this, and there's a eyes painting. It's so amazing. What else you want in life? It was a perfect life he was living. और क्या चाहिए? After this life, going back to Godhead, final, guaranteed. But he didn't stay there. He said, my Guru Maharaj had told me, you are an able man, please go and preach this Bhagavad Gita. Please go and preach this Bhagavatam. He sacrificed. He went beyond his comfort zone. Right? He took that very difficult journey. Cargo ship. He had heart attacks. 2 heart attacks. Those of you all who have read Leelamrit, Prabhupada's story, know. Prabhupada wrote in his diary, I had 2. The third one comes, I will not survive. Krishna, please help. Please help. He went on a worldwide mission alone. You must have said, oh Krishna, why he didn't help? Why Krishna didn't help him? Krishna would have made all the arrangements. He would have given him a flight. And old man, 70 years old, he said, I have 2 heart attacks on the ship only. Third comes, I will not survive. What Iskcon, nothing. Kuch hota hi nahi tab. He prayed. Krishna, please help. And the captain of the ship writes, Pandey, he writes in his diary separately, that I never saw the Pacific, the ocean, what they were crossing, so shant, so peaceful in my life. Krishna helps. He has his own ways of helping. Right? So much of sacrifice. And even when he went over there, he didn't even know kahan jana hai, kya preaching karna hai, what preaching. One small city of our own country, we have to preach for 7 years. Then something happens. And then he is going to US. Pata bhi nahi kahan jana hai. If you see his initial struggle, you will be amazed. You will be thinking, Arey, Iskcon kaise bana itna bada? Nothing. He didn't even know where to go, whom to preach. Koi sunne ke liye tayar bhi nahi tha unko. Who is going to listen to him? But he did. He never stopped. Right? So it's a sacrifice of all these devotees. And then slowly, things become. He is Jayanand Prabhu, the one with the tie. What do you see? Jayanand Prabhu's photo, you remember? We had put on our Rath. So he was the one who started building those big Raths. And Prabhupada was so amazed by looking at his Rath. Prabhupada gave an instruction for the eternity in Iskcon. Any Rath Yatra, his photograph should be there down. So we had put his photograph. That's how he said. He was a mechanical engineer. So he used all his engineering in service of the Lord. Right? And then because of the sacrifice of so many devotees, we get to hear about Hari Katha. So we also should be sacrificing. That element of sacrifice should be there in us also. And the biggest sacrifice is sacrifice of our time and consciousness. पैसे तो सब देंगे, पैसे बहुत है. Everything else is there. But what people will not give is time and consciousness. Why people? Even we. Even we will not give our time and consciousness. Our consciousness, our chitta will always be occupied with something else. Our chitta should be occupied by Krishna. That makes us chaste. Otherwise it makes us unchaste, unfaithful. Right? So we should be making the sacrifice of our time and consciousness. That's why when we chant, we give that 1 hour, whatever. If you're chanting 1 round, it takes 7 minutes, 10 rounds, 16 rounds. That time is exclusively for Krishna. That is the sacrifice of our time. We are thinking only about Krishna when we are chanting. At least we should be thinking. That is the sacrifice of our consciousness. right? So we should be taking a vow that let me chant a little more. If I'm chanting 10 rounds, let me chant 12. If I've not started chanting, let me chant 2 rounds for this Janmashtami. That is where we do sacrifice for the Lord, so that He appears. He appears in my heart, and then I can be instrument. I can be an instrument to take Him everywhere else. Right? So that should be our mood. Our mood should be to remember Krishna. Our mood should be to do some sacrifice to serve the Lord. Third mood should be, we should be grateful. We should have gratitude towards the Lord. There's a Mother Earth can take any load. So many buildings were building so many things, nuclear bombs were exploding. It can take any load. But Mother Earth cannot take load of 2 people. One who is a liar and one who is ungrateful. This gratitude, this element is very, very important. So we have to practice gratitude in our life. If we practice gratitude with our fellow beings, it will be very easy for us to practice gratitude with the Lord. Very important. We should be grateful to everything and anything that comes, right? And the fourth mood is mood of taking Krishna to all, right? So what actually great devotees of the Lord did? The great devotees of the Lord, we have Pundalik, we have Narad Muni, we have Prahlad, they got darshan of the Lord. Pundalik, in Pandharpur, Lord actually came to meet him. Rukmini Devi was not she had some fight, and Lord had fight, and she went and sat somewhere. He tried to pacify and she was not pacifying. They have their own timelines. Timeline रहता है ना थोड़ा, उतना time में ही होगा. So Lord said, okay, you wait, I'll come after some time. Till then I'll go and meet my devotee, Pundalik. He is there. So he goes and meets Pundalik. You know all the story. And Pundalik was serving his mother and father, and he says, he throws a wheat, you stand over there, and Krishna is standing on top. And when Pundalik sees this form of the Lord, he says, Lord, can you do one small favor on me? Can you always remain in this form of yours? Of standing like this with your hands on the shoulder. So Pundalik didn't, and Lord agreed. And that's how we have the Pandharpur temple. Right? If you have not gone to Pandharpur, please go to Pandharpur. It's very close. Right? So Pundalik didn't keep the Lord to himself. Lord, thank you very much. Give me some blessings. Kuch de do. I'll keep it over here and you go. Tomorrow I'll tell the whole village. I see Lord came to me only. He gave this. He said, Lord, I saw you. Let the whole world see you. He was instrument in taking that mercy and giving to everyone else. That is how a pure devotee is. Narad Muni. When Narad Muni saw Baldev, Jagannath and Subhadra in that form of theirs, he prayed to them. He said, Lord, let this form of yours be seen by the whole world, not only me. Let them be amazed by this form of yours. And that's how Baldev, Jagannath and Subhadra Maya agreed to appear in this world. It was because of Narad Muni. Right? It was because of Prahlad Maharaj, Narsinghdev came. Prahlad Maharaj was not there, then Narsinghdev would have come like this. Hey, look at me, half body, lion. Lord has no reason to come, but he came only for Prahlad. And then Prahlad said, oh Lord, I don't want anything, but I want to stay here so that all the other people, their sin let me get and let them go back to Godhead. That was the mood of Prahlad. So if you see all the devotees, all the great devotees of the Lord, they always want to take Lord to everyone else. Sacrifice, selflessness, selfless. Thoda kam. Right? Pundalik, that's what he said. He said what? Hechi dana degi deva tuja visarana vava. Please give me one benediction. Let me never forget you. Bas. और कुछ नहीं चाहिए, बाकी सब तो होगा. वी आर इन दिस वर्ल्ड, एवरीथिंग विल कम. दैट इज एज पर आवर डेस्टिनी. वो लिखा हुआ है, इतना ही मिलेगा, उससे ज़्यादा नहीं मिलेगा. यही गाड़ी मिलेगी, इतना ही पैसा, इतना ही घर, इतना ही सब कुछ. उसके जितना भी मेहनत करेगा कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला. इट्स ऑल फिक्स्ड. बट दिस इज नॉट फिक्स्ड. दिस इज इनफाइनाइट. एंड दिस डिपेंड्स ऑन आवर इच्छा एंड मर्सी ऑफ द लॉर्ड एंड एंडेवर ऑफ डिवोटीज. Right? So we should be praying that Lord, please give me this benediction, this Janmashtami, that I always remember you favorably. I never forget you. So when we are chanting, We have to practice this when you are saying Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So when that Hare and Krishna we are saying, when it is going in our ears, we have to be so grateful to the Lord. Wow, great. Lord, you are so great. You gave Putna the upadhi of a Dhatri. My God, Lord, what else? What else I can ask for that I am able to know about you? So chanting is not a mechanical process. हम लोग बोलते हैं ना इस्कॉन में 16 माला करना है. Oh, 16 माला. It's not a mechanical process. It's a very joyful process. Whatever rounds you'll be chanting, 2 rounds, 4 rounds, 10 rounds. When we are chanting, we have to connect to the Lord. We are talking to Him, na? What is chanting? Chanting is nothing but we are talking to the Lord. Like I'm talking in English, I'm talking Konkani, Hindi, Marathi, Shabda Astari. The language of Lord is this, Hare, Krishna and Ram. 3 ही शब्द है भगवान के. इजी है वोकेबलरी. बच्चों को नया एक भाषा सिखाओ बोले तो बहुत टाइम लगता है. 3 ही शब्द सीखना है हमको. और वो शब्द भगवान से बात करना है. And when we are talking, we should mean it. So when I'm saying I have gratitude to the Lord, I should mean it. Oh Lord, thank you very much. I have gratitude to you. You are so great. So next time when we are chanting, we have to pray to Lord this thing. Oh Lord, let me never forget you. We can think that when we are chanting, right? And when we take the shelter of the Lord, when Krishna told Vasudeva, you take me to where? He was born in Mathura. And where he told to take him? To Gokul Mahavan. And it was far. Even now we know. It's almost around 20 kilometers. And then Vasudeva said, oh, we are in the topmost security, high security prison. Kamsa is kept in a very top security prison. How will we go out? Krishna says, that is my prerogative. That I'll see. Don't worry. You just lift me. And he lifted. The doors opened. The guards went to sleep. Right? And the Yamuna parted. He had to cross Yamuna. Yamuna parted. The water was only till here. Anantashesh came on top. Chhatri. Barish ho rahi thi. Chhatri. Everything. So what do we see? When we sometimes feel difficult, oh, I cannot chant, I have no time, or I am very sinful, or oh, I don't understand. He said, don't worry. I don't have, qualification to chant. Don't worry. Just pick up the bead bag. Just pick up Krishna. Just like Vasudeva picked him up. And Krishna will make all the arrangements. He'll make all the arrangements. But as I said, he'll not make the arrangement as I want. He'll make the arrangement as per his will. That faith we should have. Faith can move mountains, and that faith we should have. Right? This is a very nice letter what Prabhupada wrote on 19th of May. Anyone's birthday is on 19th of May? Huh? Om's? You should give it to Om, he will never forget. Prabhupada wrote, Krishna is within your heart. If you kindly continue to hear about him, as you are doing, then Krishna will be very pleased. Krishna will say, oh, this person is now interested in me. Because no one is interested in Krishna, so Krishna is also silent to them. But as soon as you become interested, Krishna becomes very active. And he says, oh, he's trying to do something, I shall help him. This is in Bhagavatam. This Prabhupada wrote a letter to someone. This is exactly what happens. This is what exactly happens. We are not interested to Krishna, so Krishna is also not interested. Krishna is just waiting. When he will come to me, Baba? When he will come to me? I am waiting for so many lifetimes now, so many lifetimes. When he'll come to me? And moment we turn a little bit, Krishna just runs towards us. But we have to turn. Remember, he didn't fight Arjuna's war. He said, I'll guide you, but you have to fight your own war, Baba. There is no force over here. It's out of love. Right? So we have to turn to Krishna, and when we turn to Krishna, Krishna will make all the arrangements. He made all the arrangements. Yamuna opened up and Yashoda was fast asleep. There was no one in the house. He aram se kept. He took the blessings and took the Mahamaya and came over here. Mission completed. What did Vasudeva do? Nothing. Everything was done by Krishna only. He had to just pick him up and walk. So when we lift Krishna, when we try to get Krishna in our lives, Krishna will help. He will help. But we have to be sincere. ऐसा ही नहीं, थोड़ा ट्राई करने का नहीं, एकदम दबा के ट्राई करने का, जपा करने का ट्राई करने का, जपा बढ़ाने का ट्राई करने का. फॉलो द रेगुलेटरी प्रिंसिपल्स, नो मीट ईटिंग, नो इंटॉक्सिकेशन, नो इलिसिट सेक्स, नो गैम्बलिंग. इट लुक्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट. टेक फर्स्ट स्टेप. Krishna will help. Krishna will help, definitely. So many devotees have so many experiences to tell. You know, Krishna, he helped me like this. Live experiences now, not about some Puranic stories. Right? So we should have that faith. So, yeah, we are there. So the Janmashtami is coming. As I said, we have exactly 15 days for Janmashtami. So let us not make this Janmashtami as like any other Janmashtami. Janmashtami come, it goes. You know, last 7 years are now we are doing Janmashtami in Madgaon. So let this Janmashtami, let us try to make our mood to welcome the Lord. Lord is going to come. Just like someone is going to come to a house, we do a lot of preparation. So Lord is also going to come on the day of Janmashtami. And when he comes, let us be prepared to welcome him. So this 15 days, let us try to develop at least some part of what we discussed today. May not be everything, not possible. If everything is done, it's great. Let us try to imbibe some of these things in our life for this 15 days, right? So what are the things we discussed? How to make mood for Janmashtami? The first thing is remembering the Lord. We remember the Lord by his pastimes, by his kathas, by the scriptures, by reading books. We have Krishna book, we have Bhagavad Gita, we have Bhagavatam. Now devotees from today onwards, they will be sending one audio clip of Krishna book. If you don't even have time to read, you can just put on that audio clip, and for 15 days they'll be sending 15 audio clip. The birth of the appearance of Krishna, the whole book, the Krishna book, the small section, one part will be covered. Right? The second mood is mood of sacrificing for Krishna. We have to do some sacrifice. ऐसा ही नहीं, थोड़ा sacrifice करना है, right? And the biggest sacrifice is sacrifice of our time and consciousness. We have to remove everything else out. टीवी को थोड़ा निकालो, नेटफ्लिक्स को निकालो, मोबाइल को निकालो, गाड़ी को निकालो, ऑफिस, थोड़ा टाइम के लिए. Give that time only for Krishna, that consciousness only for Krishna. Lord, it's for you, Baba. ये तेरे लिए, और किसी के लिए नहीं. Only for you. I am chanting Hare Krishna only for you, Lord. So at least when I am chanting, let me not think about something else. Otherwise यहाँ पे chanting चलता है और यहाँ पे अपना planning चलते रहेगा, auto money button. And that also we can pray to Krishna. Oh Lord, my mind is going so haywire. Please help me. Please help me. That also we can do. Right? The third thing is the mood of gratitude. We have to be real grateful. And gratitude, it makes us happy in life. If you want to be happy quickly, practice gratitude. You'll be very happy. Who is a happy person? Who is always want to help others? Who is selfless, happy person? So if you have gratitude, if you practice gratitude, you will be very happy. And biggest gratitude is we show gratitude to the Lord by taking him to others. Lord can go on himself, but he wants us to do that seva. तो हम क्या करेंगे? हमें कुछ तो करना है ना, right? So the fourth mood is we have to take Krishna to everyone. Yatha Shakti, whatever it is. So connect as many as people as possible for Janmashtami. So when the day of Janmashtami will come, and on 18th, we are celebrating Janmashtami on 18th in Rajiv Kala Mandir, Ravindra Bhavan, right? So when we do the Abhishek of the Lord, they say normally in the temples when the deities are brought, if you have seen some video, you'll know that the eyes of the deities are closed with a cloth, because that time they are just stone. Okay, we say na, ये क्या है, ये तो stone है, ये तो metal है, ये कैसे भगवान हो गया? So that time they are stone. They have put bandage, the tape, and then they are installed. And then the devotees, the great devotees of the Lord, they come and they do Abhishek of the Lord, and they pray to the Lord, Lord, please do come in this Vigraha and make this Vigraha as yourself. And then those cloth are open and they see everyone. And you just try to see this Mayapur Panchatattva. It was installed. Which year Prabhuji it was installed? 2009, na? Manda Prabhu? 2008 or 9? Mayapur Panchatattva installation? 2008. We'll try to send that video. How the Vigrahas, big, huge, 14-15 feet high, they were brought, and they were, the eyes were closed, and all the sannyasis were doing nice Abhishek, and then the eyes were open, and if the eyes were open, everyone said Hari Bol, and all the tulsi and mridangas and everything was shown to the Lord, because they are auspicious. So Lord, when he sees Tulsis and Mridanga, at least he'll see me. I'm not very auspicious, I'm so sinful. So Lord will see the Tulsi and see Mridanga. See, the process is so beautiful, when you see all this, why God, कितना कुछ है, मुझे तो कुछ पता ही नहीं, कहाँ फंसा हुआ है मैं यहाँ पे वही कर रहा हूँ वापस. So many things, oh my God, I didn't know. So Krishna consciousness is a very joyful process. So when the Abhishek will be done during Janmashtami, the Lord will see everyone. Of course, we'll do it on the deities which are already installed, and then so Abhishek is the time when they first see everyone. So when all of us will be sitting, and the Abhishek will be done, we have to very cautiously, very nicely see to the Lord and pray to Him. And on the birthday, the Lord is very, very merciful. So we have to pray to the Lord. Lord, thank you very much. I'm thankful to you for everything that you have given me. I'm very, very grateful to you. Thank you very much. Please, in whatever endeavor of bhakti I am doing, please help me. And then whatever your broken prayers we all have broken languages, broken prayers. The children always speaks with broken words. He is a Supreme Father. We are small children. We don't have to tell some big Sanskrit shlokas. We can, whatever broken prayer we have, we can do to the Lord. Right? And we can take vows. Janmashtami is a time when we can upgrade ourselves. We have to upgrade. Right? So this is a time when we can take vows. We can say, if I'm chanting this many rounds, I'll chant a little more, come to the level of 16. And when we chant, when we take these vows in front of the Supreme Lord, Lord feels very happy. He says, yes, why I came to this world, it is getting fulfilled. Right? Why he came to this world? For this only, so that we remember him, we become his bhakta, we practice devotional service. So when we tell him this, he becomes happy on his birthday. That's our gift to him. Not anything else. Baki Tisa, it's all secondary. Primary is this. Our consciousness we have to gift him. Otherwise there was Duryodhan also, Shishupal also, who never heard him, Kamsa also. Right? So at least those are also his children. So at least we should not become like that. And then when we offer Lord, 1 round, मैं बढ़ाऊंगा. Lord, I'll follow this regularity principle. Lord, I'll put Kantimala. Lord feels very happy. Right? When a child comes and tell, Papa, first आ गया मैं. Papa, business बनाया मैंने. Papa, शादी कर रहा हूँ मैं. अच्छा लगता है ना? खुश होता है. तो भगवान भी ऐसे है. He wants to see us progressing in bhakti, not in material life. Material life ठीक है. If you don't become devotee also will progress. वो क्या? वो कोई भी बन जाएगा. But when we progress in bhakti Lord becomes very happy. And then that becomes a memorable day for us also. On Janmashtami I did this. So next Janmashtami I'll try to do something else. We are waiting for Janmashtami. And then that Janmashtami doesn't become a normal Janmashtami. It becomes a very joyful process for us. We always remember that Janmashtami. So that should be our mood. Our mood should be that, oh Supreme Father, thank you very much. You have given me everything what I can ask for. What else I want? Now please only give me this benediction that I will never forget you. And let me do some bhakti to you. To whatever my extent. Right? So this Janmashtami, what we will be celebrating on 18th, which is a Thursday. Actual Janmashtami is on a 19th. It's on a Friday. But we are, as per Vaishnav calendar. But we are celebrating it on 18th. So you can pray on both the days, 18th also and 19th also. That please accept me in your seva. And also, as I said, as much as possible, call people. Let people know that something like this is happening. Just like how all of you all came, someone had called you. Otherwise, we also didn't know something like this was existing. Please take Krishna to everyone. Call as many people as possible. They come, they don't come, it's up to them. But we have to open our mouth and talk to them. Then only they will come. Right? Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.